But for me, I think that it's actually my responsibility to be involved in politics. It is my responsibility to represent those who need that representation, to bring the perspective of someone who is not always represented, to have that voice of where I would consider a morally dense opinion being brought to the table, and especially being involved in things like the Senate lawmaking. We're not trying to impose our religion onto people, but it is important that other people, and when I say this, I mean persons who are not secular, because there is a large push internationally for laws to be secular.
Mhm.
But we have to find a balance between everyone is represented and no one's represented. And if we lean too far into secularism, then the question comes, and there is the argument that morals don't necessarily always come from religion. Because
That's
you
correct.
can find people who are atheists and they are true, they can be good people. Like, you would never have an issue with that person. But ultimately, you do have, I think that it's important that we have persons who represent a level of moral, I really don't like the word superiority, because I think that's incorrect. I think, yes, thank you, Dr. Baru. Moral clarity, to sit in these rooms, sit in houses, and to offer that perspective and to represent people who need it. Because who is going to have a frank conversation? I remember years ago we had a conversation where there were some women who covered their faces, where it was argued about how they present for identification purposes. And that is such a controversial issue, because who understands that? I understand it. But most people will not understand it. Most people think that's a massive thing, that's what do you even want to do that? And it appears to other people as though you're being oppressed. And I know that they've made that choice of their own. There are processes that we can go through to accommodate them within the laws. And I think that is my responsibility as a woman who is knowledgeable on those things. I'm not the most knowledgeable. I'm not a scholar of Islam. Love to be, but I'm not.